You shall. Thank you.
All right. So happy New Year's, everybody's. I hope everybody had a great holiday season. Um, we are now officially having our first general body meeting for the new year. And today we're just gonna, touch up on the regular general body things, but we're gonna put a huge emphasis on the conference that we have in March. So that's definitely gonna be today's main focus point. So let's just get into it. What is Alpha Phi Sigma? Why was it created? Alpha Phi Sigma is a distinguished organization that acknowledges outstanding academic achievements of students in the criminal justice sector. We host virtual and in-person events linked to criminal justice, and also we take part in community service events. Like we had one with oh my God, what's the name? Crime Stoppers. We just had an event recently with Crime Stoppers, and we always work with them. So it's um it's nice. It's fun. Uh and then we focus on networking and guest events. We host guest speaker events with criminal justice professionals, and they give great advice and it helps with networking for students. Um, and we take part in academic competitions and make career connections with alumni who are in the criminal justice careers. Oop. And the reasons to join Alpha Phi Sigma is it helps with networking, you connect with alumni, you have internship and scholarship opportunities, you get to wear the regalia when you graduate and attend special events. And now the main focus of today, our 2025 conference that's happening March 15th, 11th through the 15th, and it's taking place this year in Denver, Colorado. The deadline to secure your spot is January 15th, so anybody who needs to write it down should definitely make a mental note, put it on your phone, because this trip is going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited to go. I know the rest of the board is going as well as Dr. Cohn. And they've had great experiences at the conference, so we're very excited about that. And the more the merrier. You can check out our Instagram where in our bio we will have the registration form that kind of just basically lets us know that you're coming, you're interested in coming, and it's good to know to have a head count. So, what is a conference? Students travel to the Alpha Phi Sigma conference and get the opportunities to attend events as a team. And we go and we learn about professional opportunities. We get to network with not just our own like little chapter. We get to, interact with other chapters across, the US and all that. And you get scholarship opportunities. There's raffles and games, and you get to listen to guest speakers and compete in competitions as well. Uh, so looking at the prices for flights, they are upwards of 370, depending, because when we did some research, we checked upon like various like platforms, like various like airlines and stuff like that. So that is roughly like you're gonna spend that, maybe more, but it's definitely cheaper the sooner that you book because we the flights and your way to get there, that's up to you. But we do everything else as a team, so like the rooms and stuff like that, that's all together. Yes, Dr. Kong.
Is that round trip or one way?
A round trip.
From Fort Lauderdale or Miami?
Miami.
Okay.
Miami. It's upwards of 370. So, yeah. And I checked that last night just to make sure that it was accurate, like to today's date, kind of more or less. But definitely, I recommend the sooner the better. And yes, here are some pictures from the conference, from last year's conference. And if Audrey, you want to add anything, definitely, hop on because I've never been and I'm very excited to go. So you know the process better than I do.
I do. I went to the conference last year. It was a lot of fun. I'd say it was definitely a new experience. I was very afraid. I did meet everyone that went to the conference that same day at the airport, so I'd say it's quite a bonding experience. I had a great time. I think it's definitely worth going. It's something different. And I feel like you actually make genuine friendships. I talked to almost everyone that went to that conference. And I think it's a lot of fun. You do get to explore new things, you learn new things, and you meet new people, which is always great. So I definitely recommend doing it. Um, sorry, as Krista said, we do have a form that's posted on our Instagram bio. I will post it also in our WhatsApp group chat. It's an interest form just to have a head count because by this Wednesday, I really need to have a for sure I'm going so that we can go further with booking the hotel rooms and all that because we need to do that with enough time. And the conference is realistically not that far away. So, we will do our best to get as many people to go and all that. And if I think this is the last slide, Krista, about the conference, correct?
I believe so.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So if you guys do have any questions, if you're here specifically just about the conference, I'd say now is the time to ask. I don't know. We have Dr. Cohn here in case it's a question I can't even answer. So if there's any type of question of any capacity, I'd say now's the time to ask if you have anything in mind. I will probably also make a separate WhatsApp group chat with those that fill out the interest form just so that we can have our little group and communicate. But yeah, no, I think it's a great opportunity.
I'm very excited to go.
It is.
I'm going to jump in and say it's a lot of fun. I've obviously been taking students there for quite a few years now, and everybody loves it. I mean, the days are, you spend the day pretty much most of the day at the conference, although there is some free time, obviously, for meals and stuff. And then in the evenings, everybody usually hangs out together, goes out to do some kind of group activity, goes out to sightsee, goes out, have dinner together. Um, I hang out with you some of the time, but I'm also perfectly willing to be told, "Hey, professor, we don't want you." Because sometimes you don't want to have the professor around, and I totally get that, and I will not be insulted by that. Um, and it's also in conjunction with a big national criminal justice conference, so there's tons of, criminologists and criminal justice professionals there at their conference, which is literally they're at the same time. So you kind of run into, famous academics, just, people that you read about in your textbooks. Sometimes you literally just run into them and get to say hello to people that you've only heard of. It's quite fun when I'm with you guys and we run into somebody famous and I say, "Hey guys, go over here and introduce you to somebody that, is in your textbook." And frankly, you're gonna go to Denver, which is very cool. And if you're really lucky, you get to meet my brother who lives there. And my niece and nephew, but I mean, okay, that's kind of irrelevant. But
Yeah,
I'm excited for that one.
you bring up a great point, Dr. Cohn. I remember usually a lot of bonding happens after the conference when we get to go and explore the city ourselves. I remember when we did that in Chicago and went to go see the Bean and all of that and walked around for too many miles.
Yeah, thank you.
It was definitely a lot of fun. So it's usually we go to the conference, then we're released, and then we get to go explore and check out the city and be ready for the next morning. And usually, for reference, the conference is on the same place as the hotel. So the
Yes,
hotel is there. In the morning, you just take the elevator down. The conference will be somewhere within the same vicinity, probably like first floor or so. So we don't really ever have to worry that much of transportation or leaving with time since we'll be sleeping in the same place.
yeah.
But yeah,
The chapter is going to cover the hotel. We're putting up to four people in a room because, well, the hotel is over $200 a night plus tax, and that's a lot. Also, the conference kind of provides breakfast. It's basically like I mean, they take like a big hotel room, one of the hotel rooms, and they set up, but it's not hot stuff. It's they'll have like fruit and they'll have donuts and pastries and granola bars and that kind of stuff, but that's free. Other meals obviously are on you guys. And you're also responsible for, as Krista said, your flight, and also obviously, sightseeing and things if you want to do, and souvenirs that you want to buy. My personal souvenirs are magnets, so they tend to be pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, and also there will be a ton of Alpha Phi Sigma merch for sale.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, they have,
I'm excited.
I mean, table and tables and tables and tables. Everything on that, practically everything that they have on their website, you can buy there. Sometimes it's discounted, especially in the last day, it varies. But yeah, save some room in your suitcase if you like Alpha Phi Sigma merch, because they will have everything.
Yeah, I remember when we got Ivana and Gabby and myself, we all got matching crew necks. It was really great. I love that. It was a great experience. But yeah.
Those are fun. They have hoodies and jackets, they have pins, they have bags, they have pretty much anything. Cups, backpacks, pens, pencils, God knows what. Everything. Everything Alpha Phi Sigma. There's also a lot of chances to win scholarship money, small amounts of scholarship money at this event, because what things they do. Oh God. Sorry, guys. Sorry. For those of you who don't know me that well, as I have a joint problem, and today is obviously not one of my better days. They have you sign in for each event that you go to, and we're all going to go to all the events together, or you guys will go to all the events together. I kind of have to bop back and forth between the two conferences, the criminal justice one and the Alpha Sigma one. But you go and you sign in for every event you go to, and then and when you sign in, you get a raffle ticket. And then at the end of every event, they draw raffle tickets. And the winners end up getting scholarship money. And I don't remember what the range was. I'm trying to say like 80 to I think the lowest was $80 check, and the highest was like $500 or something.
It was like 80 to 500. I remember because
There were only a couple of $500 checks, so don't get your hopes up.
yeah, there was only like what, two or three of them, but
Yeah,
definitely.
but I mean, I think almost every single person who went last year got at least $80.
Yeah, I was the first one. I got 100. It was really cool. I was in a lot of
Yeah,
shock. I
yeah,
remember I was like, this is impossible. It's actually not that impossible. So
almost. Yeah, it's like because there's so many events, and you
yeah,
only win one, so they're not like letting one person win 5 times and other people never win. So a large percentage of people will win something. I think literally it's very rare for somebody to walk away without one something. We also do, like, there's a crime scene competition that we do, which was really fun last year. Didn't we? We came in, did we take
no, I don't think we
we
did.
didn't win that one. Not last year. We won a bunch of other stuff though. You can see the certificates. We won a bunch of things. But they have a crime scene competition, and man, you guys, you guys went nuts last year. I literally, my hotel room was either Dr. Cohn's office or Command Central were the two nicknames for it. And I think I kicked everybody out at like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. because they got so focused on this crime scene competition. They were so like, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this. And having so much fun at it. And I was like, finally, was like, I have to get some sleep, guys. Go away. Leave.
It was definitely a lot, but a
We
lot of
don't make anybody share a room with the professor. That would be incredibly awkward.
yeah, no.
You and me.
But
Oh,
definitely,
that would be incredibly awkward. But I mean, honestly, it's just fun. It's so much fun. Everybody has a blast. And yeah, and you get to meet Alpha Phi Sigma members from around the country and Canada and Guam and places like that. It's cool.
it is. I'd say I definitely recommend.
And if you're nervous, if you haven't done much traveling before, I am there.
Yeah, it was my first time traveling too. That's why I say it was very fun to just go and meet everyone because we also had flights at 5 in the morning. So we were
Oh,
up very early, all of us together, besides Dr. Cohn, because she went on a separate flight.
are
And
there two 5 o'clocks in the day?
what do you mean?
I did not know there were two 5 o'clocks in the day.
No,
I
5 o'clock.
only believe in 5 p.m.
Oh yeah, no,
5 a.m. does not exist. It is not part of my radar. It is not realistic. It's not real. It's a joke. Yeah, I tend to go separately because I fly out of Fort Lauderdale because I live all the way up here in North Broward. But if you have never flown somewhere and you're nervous, usually a bunch of not necessarily everybody, but a lot of times most of the students will try and book the same flight, so you won't be having to get on a plane all by yourself.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. So
Yeah,
definitely.
and and I'm there the whole time if there's anything happens. I mean, every now and then something does happen. We had one year, I remember somebody, I think, under budgeted and ran out of money or something. I don't remember how it happened. And I was like, did they just came to me? And I was like, okay, here. And I, handed them some cash. I prepare for that kind of thing, you
It's
know,
definitely,
because they literally, I don't know what exactly had happened, but they like did not realize how expensive the city. I think was not Chicago. I think it was may have been DC, may have been DC, and they just didn't realize that they had to buy meals and how expensive it was to buy meals, and they just totally ran out of money. And so, yeah, I'm there for that kind of thing. If anything happens, you have problems, I'm there. You don't have to panic about that because I'm, there.
yeah. Do any of you guys have any questions? Because I think I know Ivana is interested in going again. She went last year. All of the board is going, according to my knowledge. So myself, Krista, Brandon, Priscilla. Um, I don't know, Jocelyn, Genesis, Angelina, any questions that you guys might have or we can answer?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
How does the rooming in the hotels work?
Up to 4 people per room, same gender only.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, we're not putting guys. I don't think we're allowed to put men and women in the same room. I think the university,
SIU has a strong policy on separating. So yeah, no. That will
Which
not
is-
happen. It'll probably be, well, it will be all girls and all boys, and it's four of us.
Brandon Bianco.
Yeah, because we have Brandon over here.
Polo coming.
I love Brandon.
Polo's coming.
Polo should be coming from the last
Oh.
time I spoke to him, so he would be rooming with Brandon.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We have at least 2 guys. If there's more guys who want to come, we obviously have more space in that guys' room
yeah.
that we could fill up without having to even book an extra room. So if you know any guys who want to fill those 2 spaces, tell them the room's
No,
there.
because that room has to be booked regardless, so
Yeah.
useful. But yeah, Angelina, it's 4 girls. We don't really have like a specific way to room anyone. Last year, we just kind of went and we were just like, okay, like we all had kind of really met each other for the first time. There wasn't a specific.
Well, this year you kind of have to decide because Carly needs the room lists.
Oh, you're right. But yeah, like it's not.
Although to be fair, you give her a room list, and if you guys end up changing, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
As long
So
as I don't know about it, I cannot report you to the university.
yeah, no. But
Yeah,
usually
that is my other request is that you are on a university sponsored trip, so you're supposed to follow university regulations, not to mention the law. And one of those is underage drinking. I don't know if there's anybody in this group that's underage. Obviously, I'm supposed to report violations of student conduct, so just don't do it in front of me and don't tell me that I don't put me in a position where there's something to report.
Yeah, no, we will not incriminate Dr. Cohn. We will usually just sightseeing. No one does anything crazy. We'll take count of, who's underage, including myself. So we'll be very much aware of that. It's very much just fun. And yeah, but like good point, Dr. Cohn. It is a school university.
Yeah, and
Sure.
I'm kind of like required to report certain things. I mean, it's like I like my job, guys. I do like my job. So don't put me in a position. Don't do things in front of me that you would not want reported.
Yeah. And yeah, but that was never.
Don't do them at all, actually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I was about to say.
I was like, we didn't do anything. Like,
I'm also not stupid, and I know college students. I have 2 kids of my own, one of whom is still in college, and I know what college students do.
yeah, no, but we definitely, it was never an issue last year. Had a lot of fun. Mainly a lot of time goes into sightseeing because then you're tired. It's a really long day, so usually it goes by very quick, but definitely worth it. So yeah. Any other questions now? While we have Dr. Cohn and we can bother her as much as possible.
Well, bring warm clothes. This is Denver. This is Denver in March. That's known as winter. And it's a mile high city, so it's a high altitude as well. It will probably be cold. There might even be snow.
What?
It's Denver. It's Colorado. Ski Central.
I've never seen snow, so that's gonna be interesting if there is.
Yeah, we had that happen the last time we went to Denver too. It was fun. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
just realize it's going to be cold. Even if it doesn't snow, it will be cold. Like we 2 years ago, we went to Maryland, DC, and one of the students who came showed up wearing Miami outfits. She was literally wearing a Miami outfit, like tank top and jeans, and nothing else. And had not so tank top, no sleeveless top, and jeans, and had not brought anything other than that. And we literally had to go to an outlet mall that was nearby and buy like she had to go and buy like sweatshirts and things because she had nothing and it was in the 30s. And she showed up wearing, sleeveless tops. That's all she packed.
Yeah, let's think of that. Yeah, because it was also cold in Chicago when we went, so definitely
Oh yeah.
consider the climate. It might be hot when we fly out of here, but it will be very freezing when we
Yeah.
get over there. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
So if there's no more questions, we will proceed with the rest of our regular how to join. Even though I recognize names and I believe almost everyone in here besides possibly one student is already a national member. So
Just if you're interested in going, please let us know right now because we do have a pretty firm cutoff because we're dealing with funding issues.
yeah,
And
I sent
we need that list of names because by Friday because we have to get them in for funding issues. Also, if you are not a member and you go, you can go, but you're not eligible for winning scholarships and things.
yeah.
So you have to
I
be
sent
actually be a national member.
the Google Forms in the group chat. So fill that out if you are interested. I will make a separate group chat as we finalize, and then we will have an 100% sure head count by the end of this week, and then we will proceed with all of that and see how it goes. So if no further questions, Krista, you can proceed and for the recording for the other students, and then yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alrighty. So, conference, big and exciting. It is still some points, we're still a school trip, so we're definitely responsible. It's gonna
Let
be
me,
cold, so prepare
yeah.
for that.
Let me mention one quick thing that I just remembered. If you have class during this time, you may speak to Dr. Cohn. She will write you an excusal letter because this is a school event, a school trip. I had to do it last year because I had a class that took attendance. It is excused. You just ask Dr. Cohn what time. She will give a letter, send it to your professor, and you should be perfectly fine.
That also is if you have an exam or something due during the conference, or right after the conference. Yeah, come to me. I will write you a letter to give to your professor and explain that this is an honor society event, it is school sanctioned, and that I would appreciate it. Hopefully they will be flexible with due dates because you will have no time, or at least I will say you will have no time to work on, yes, that applies to online students as well, Genesis. But I will say in the letter if you need me to, that you will not have time to work on schoolwork at the conference. Because the last thing you want to do is spend your evenings in Denver sitting in your room studying for a test. You spent all that money to go to the conference, you also want to be able to see Denver.
Yeah.
And the CJ professors particularly are pretty good about this. And yes, that applies to online as well as in-person students because, of course, you can still have due dates. This is unfortunately not during spring break. I mean, that would just be a random chance if it was.
Yeah. So just quickly mentioning that as I remembered because I did it last year. But
Thank you for reminding me, Adriana. And yeah, just let me know and I can get those letters written. It's no big deal.
That's awesome. So Priscilla did remind me of something actually, for flights. Flights are definitely cheaper if you're iffy about the prices, like since it'll be about like 370 and up depending when you buy them. It is cheaper to fly out during the weekdays. So if we want to get there a little bit before and leave a little bit after, um, depending on what you're looking for, or if you want to stay a little extra after the conference, you're more than welcome to. That's on your dime, like your time, to take advantage of, Colorado and stuff like that. Um, Encouraged. Yes, definitely school trip. It's gonna be cold. Uh, Definitely please remember to fill out the forms as soon as possible. And look forward to a lot of fun. So that was pretty much it about the conference. If if you have any questions, there's also a little Q&A at the end, just in case if you forgot a question and didn't ask one after we finish with these little PowerPoints. That's going to go by real quick. There's a little Q&A question, and we are always available to, you're always available to reach out to us via whether it be WhatsApp or Instagram for any more questions afterwards. We are definitely here to help you guys. So back to APS. What are the requirements to join? You must have declared a major or minor equivalent in criminal justice. For undergrads, it's a 3.3 on a 4.0 scale. For GPA, have completed at least 4 criminal justice classes. For graduate students, it's a 3.4 on a 4.0 scale, and completed at least 9 credits. For law students, it's a 3.0 on a 4.0 scale, sorry, and completed at least your first academic semester. Oh, the application process is pretty simple. You fill out the interest form, that could also be found in our bio on Instagram. Instagram is the hub for everything. So if you ever need anything, any information, or you don't remember any of these details, it is in our saved section on our Instagram as well. You fill out the interest form, you check to make sure you have the qualifications, and you receive an email with a formal application. Well, once you reach out, and you send in basically your unofficial transcripts to Dr. Cohn, just to make sure that everything's aligned. And we will be there to help you every step of the way.
Gonna stress one thing, Krista. You
Yes.
send your unofficial transcript to me. The e-board does not see it. Only me. Okay, the e-board will not see your transcript at any time. It's just sent to me so I can confirm your eligibility. But the e-board does not see that because that's like that's your private info, and you don't want the other students to see it. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Cohn. Yeah, so none of us see it. It's more, just to double check everybody to check if you're okay to join. Because sometimes we've had people who aren't even affiliated with the criminal justice, like major or minor or anything, and they ask to apply, and we have to deny because it does not fall under the qualifications. And sometimes it's just too soon for somebody to join. So we definitely,
One time I was at the national headquarters, and while I was in national headquarters, which is up at Nova, 2 young women walked in asking about joining. And they said, "Oh, are you criminal justice majors?" And they're like, "No, we're nursing students, but this just sounded interesting." They were like, "Well, thanks, but no thanks, sorry." So yeah, it does happen. Also, before I forget, that membership fee Krista's going to talk about for a second, just want to mention that does not come to us. So don't blame us for that. That goes to the national headquarters.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
we don't see any of the 85. We do a lot of we try to do a lot of fundraising events for things like the conference so that it's easier and less costly for everybody to go on the trip. So we definitely emphasize whenever we do have our fundraising events, if definitely come out and support, because that makes a difference for everybody in the honor society, especially when we go to conferences or we do little things here and there. So definitely recommend coming to our events and our fundraisers. They're always fun, never shy away from them. And basically the final step is to pay the one-time membership fee of $85. And you can pay it to the FIU APS Cash App, and you will receive your certificate at the induction ceremony. And our application can be found on Panther Connect. That is the only place you can find it. So definitely check out our Panther Connect. We also, have our events posted there as well. But Instagram is definitely a place to be informed. And this is what our regalia looks like. We have the 3-piece regalia set for $75, the honor stole for $35, the honor cord for $20, and the medallion for $25. They're beautiful. I love them. They're like a navy blue and a gold, and they're just really pretty. And you look pretty cool during graduation.
I just posted in the chat, but you are not, if you want regalia, you don't have to buy all of it. Like you could buy all 3 pieces. There's a slight not really much. I don't think that a discount. It's like $5 discount or something. But if you buy all three, but say if you just want to buy the cord, that's fine. Or if you want the stolen the cord, or you want the medallion, the whatever, you could buy one, two, or all three. There's no requirement to buy all three.
Yeah.
But that's a separate thing for membership. You still have to keep. Okay, basically, once you join Alpha Phi Sigma, you are a member for life. And even if your GPA tanks and you flunk out of FIU, you're still a member because you're eligible. However, to wear the regalia, you have to be eligible at the time of graduation. So that means your GPA has to be, you have to have the GPA eligibility again at graduation. So basically, when it comes to the regalia, we'll put out a notice every semester, about partway through the semester, like if you're graduating, you want regalia, let us know. You'll fill out the form and the request for regalia. You have to send me your transcript again, and again just to me. And then what we usually do, unless you're a fully online student and want it shipped to your house, is we can because HQ happens to be here and not in California, we can go and pick it all up, and that saves shipping. That saves you guys having to pay the shipping. So I'll like drive over there on my way to campus, pick up all the regalia and have it, and then usually we give it out at an induction ceremony. That semester's induction ceremony. We come and we have a big induction ceremony. Some of you have already been through that. But we also, if people are getting regalia, we'll have part of the induction ceremony be giving out the regalia and honoring our graduating seniors. If you can't make it, obviously we arrange for you to get your regalia separately. But we pick it up to save you the shipping if you want us to. You know, because why pay shipping if you don't have to, right? It's more money out of your guys' pocket. You know.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Cohn, for your services.
Sorry, I'm probably babbling here, and I apologize, but I'm on pain meds and I'm just a zombie right now.
Thank you, Dr. Cohn. We appreciate all your efforts.
Yeah.
But yes,
What
so
efforts? I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting here babbling and being annoying.
But yes, Dr. Cohn is right. That's why there's individual prices for each of them. So like she said, if you don't want the full three-piece set, you definitely have options. And now is a Q&A, so if you had any questions before about the yes, Audrey.
Oh no. I was like
sorry.
supporting you. Like, yeah, if there's any questions.
Sorry. Yes. If you guys
have president, yes, Chris, that's president. I have a question. No, yeah, I was just gonna say, any questions? Also, if a question does pop up, always text me on the group chat. I love the random messages I get. If you do text me, please say a name or something. I get a lot of students that will text me. Like they get my number out of the group chat. You can always do that. Whatever you're comfortable with. You can email Dr. Cohn. You could email APS. You can text me personally. You could DM us on Instagram. So whichever your preferred manner of communication is, we try to accommodate to almost all of them. The quickest is probably just texting me. I tend to reply as soon as possible. Or emailing Dr. Cohn. She checks her email very frequently. So
Or texting me on WhatsApp as well, I suppose, right?
Oh, that too.
If you text in the group chat and like attention me, you know, if it pops up in the group chat, I will look at it, and if it's for me, I will try and answer it. So, because I am in that group chat as well.
Yeah. So
there might be one without me, but there is one with me.
No, I think that's all with you.
yeah.
Do I know? I know every one of my classes, they set up a WhatsApp group chat without me. The super secret WhatsApp group chat.
Yeah.
The professors aren't supposed to know exist.
It's definitely not that secret, but it's okay. But yeah, so you can always do that. I will probably be sending out reminders throughout this week just as we finalize the head count to make sure that we have everyone that is gonna go. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if there are no questions.
And I will definitely be posting on our story. Definitely turn on our notifications whenever we post. I do highly, highly recommend that to keep up to date with anything APS and to make sure you're just not missing anything. So I definitely recommend you turn on your notifications for APS. We don't bombard, which is a great thing. But we definitely do keep you guys up to date and informed with everything. But yeah, if there are any questions, now is the time to ask. And if not, we are done for today. And yes. here are our Panther Connect, our email, and our Instagram if you need to take a screenshot or a picture of anything. But yeah.
Quick request, when we're done, could the e-board stay on for a minute or two, please?
Brandon. But yes, if there are no questions, we're done for today, and you're more than welcome to head on out, and we hope you have a great day.
Now he changes his name.
I changed it for him.